Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday. This game that we are reviewing today, for solo review, is called Hydroneer. Hydroneer is definitely an interesting one because it brings voxel to... It brings like voxel mining with some stationary stuff to the real world a little bit more and allows some automation to happen. This game is very, very fun. In my opinion, I've played quite a lot of hours in this game. And it truly is quite a fun game. Long story short, you are a miner who has to do quests for this like kingdom over here. There is a co-op in this game. I don't play it because it's only split screen co-op. It is not. It's not like Steam to Steam, peer to peer. None of that co-op. I wish it was. I really do, but unfortunately not. And there's no mods for it. So, with that being said, the game is definitely interesting. You start on a small plot of land. You have a shovel. You have a pan. Wash the dirt. Get gold. Pretty simple, right? So we're going to kind of dive right into it. We're going to ignore the tutorial. I know how to do it and how to handle it. I don't care about Steam Cloud. If you do creative, it does, of course, disable the Steam cheats. Whoa. I don't like motion blur. Is that a thing that's actually turned on? Off. Go away, motion blur. And you know what? Just for the sake of the game, we're just going to turn everything down just a tad bit. Much better. No more motion blur. There might be some stuttering here and there. Hi. I guess we don't have quests because I don't have the DLC. But you get these weird guys, and that's fine. But this is my plot of land right here. This is it. It does come with a cart. You can't drive the cart. I mean, you kind of can, but not really. Primarily, you have a truck right there. That green truck right there. So we're going to kind of put the cart down. The game is definitely some interesting graphics, to say the least. You do have a map. You can kind of see where you're at on the map. You see that little blue diamond. I can't just put this up on full screen and react to it. That's one thing I never liked about this game very, very much. But if you look to the left of the blue dot, there's a blue diamond right there. Easiest way to like kind of show you. I don't ever use the map. This is what we start with, is just this stuff. And then where's my shovel? There it is. I was missing it. Now, you do not have an inventory in this game. That is definitely something you do have to be mindful of. So whatever you pick up, it's the only thing you currently pick up kind of deal. Now, this is our plot of land, so I'm going to kind of bring some stuff over here. But the biggest thing is this. So you have a brush, as you see in the bottom left corner. Use with a pan to scrub through dirt and water to find resources. This is the pan. I like to leave it kind of in the water. And then this is our bucket. So what you're going to do to start with is you're going to put the bucket here, take the shovel, dig, just like that. And you're just going to kind of keep digging until the bucket is full. And when he goes like that, it's full. Then what you'll do is you'll pick up the bucket. You'll walk over. There's a gray dot on the ground. If you don't see it right there to the right of the blue dot, you'll hover over the pan. You'll left click to dump. Grab the brush. Wow, our first ore. Ores, plural. I like to leave it here because this all kind of sticks with it as a voxel thing. Or as like a solidifying thing. Now, one big thing in this game is depth does matter. So the farther down you go, the better the dirt does get. So we want to get to a point where we kind of hit the bottom of this mine. Now, there are, of course, other sections to this mine. Not this one in particular, but there are other areas that you can purchase and mine at. Specifically, like there's a dwarven area, which is completely underground. And can actually have some pretty good pay dirt. There's one up in the mountains. It's a massive land. There's also one near the ocean where it has just great room to expand and automate. Now, hopefully in this game, I'll be able to kind of get into it to where we will kind of see some of the automation. It does take just a little bit to kind of get there. Shouldn't take too terribly long. Where's my brush? There's my brush. Done. All right, we're going to take this out, and we're going to put it right up here. Now, what you can do, if you really, really wanted to, is you could just dump the dirt straight into the pan. However, you're not getting a full bucket's worth, so it's almost not worth it. Now, thankfully, your range for your shovel is quite far to dig down there. I may have hit the edge, which is perfect. So we're kind of hitting the bottom there. So we're going to, nope, grab this, and we're going to dump, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do this, and we're going to grab that. Hey, look, our first gold nugget! Woo! So you're probably wondering, now how do you sell this stuff? That's iron ore. So basically what you do is you take your ore, and you can't just sell it here, and we're going to talk about these in just a second, but you actually have to go up to the castle to sell this, which is kind of interesting. But you have this area. This.
Where it come from? If it's got value, I'll take it.
So this is what I like to call a flat rate seller. So they will just sell it for a flat rate. You can also farm in this game as well, and I believe that's actually what the quests are for. There might be quests here, I don't know. But then you have stock market. So this one only takes iron ingots, for example. Here we go, quest.
You reckon you can get this for me?
So he wants a gold bar with a weight of 200. Again, we're going to talk all about this here in a minute. And he wants it turned into a dagger, it looks like. Okay, that's fine. Deal with you later. So people like that will give quests, and you'll have to bring him back and, of course, do the quest. Like this guy right here, he has a quest now. Look at that. So he wants a tomato worth 1.5 weight in a soup bowl, just like that. But we're going to do flat rate sale. We're going to put the bucket up here. Cool, it's worth 72. Hydro coin, and these do stack. We're going to put it right here in the bucket, and we're going to go back.
One day, I will buy.
Yes, you will buy a shiny new truck. I'll be so proud of you on that day. All right.
One day I'll buy a shiny.
I don't know how much those cost, to be perfectly honest. Tier 1, limited stock, 430, 320. See how expensive this gets? So you do eventually want to... You want to kind of get to this part as soon as possible, because you don't want to be digging forever kind of deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this hydro coin, and I'm just going to plop it in the back of the truck. That's what I'm going to do. It's easier to handle it that way. I know where it is at all times. Boop. Now, Q is to get in. I don't like that because Q is also to drop. So if I was to do that, the coin just floats there. I don't think the devs are working on this game anymore. It is considered a full release. I haven't seen an update in this game for quite some time. There was a DLC that's in the game. It was up here in the beginning of the game. The volcano one, whatever. Now... This is the shop, the first shop you'll see. There's shops all over the place, but this is basically, you put your hydro coins here to spend your money off of. Then it kind of explains it here. You take items off the shelf, put it here. You put hydro coins in bucket, you press button, but the stuff is yours. Bing, bam, boom, done. Now, I actually kind of want that because we'll eventually get underground. Now, everything runs on water power. There's no such thing as energy. What I am going to do is I'm actually going to buy this because I want to kind of open up the mine a little bit here. 72, and I'll kind of show you how the purchasing works. Drop. Pay. Now, as you see, the item is still there, but the game logic says, well, it's yours now. So all you have to do is just go back in and grab it. I'm gonna walk out. Cool. I'll show you what happens if you walk out without it. You can't steal. The game does not let you. Ready? And the Wilhelm scream. So that's how that is. Let's do... Oh, yeah, get down there. Yeah! You can't die in the game either, so don't worry too much. Okay. So it blew up some stuff here. Now, like I said, the game is voxel. I don't want that dirt. I don't want that dirt. You can pretty much build piles of dirt right there without an issue. Ah, I need my pan back. So we're going to kind of run over to the pan here. Ah, run over to the pan here. Plop her down. But for right now, we want this pay dirt, the deep pay dirt. That's what we want. That's what our goal is to get at. I could probably, you know, I probably should. There is also a way, and the devs have not patched it, to get infinite dirt in this game. I don't like that they haven't patched it, but whatever. I'm not going to question anything. Cool, more iron. Deal with that later. Now, as you see, there is a day-night cycle. It is dark. So don't be overly like, oh, it's dark, I gotta go to bed. No, you don't need to sleep in this game. You're fine. Right there. Yeah, I'm going to kind of do running back and forth. So, what I'm going to do for a little bit, just so I can kind of get automation, I'm going to pause here, I'm going to do some digging, I'm going to get the money, and I'm going to go buy the automation stuff. I'm going to buy at least the miner, because from there, I'll be able to explain the automation a little bit more. So, give me a couple minutes, I'll be right back, and I'll get you done. Okay. So, we're going to start with the very beginnings of the automation. Kind of wanted to go and get this done right away. So you need to have a forged iron intake water pipe. This is the very base level to the basically to automation. This is the base level you have to go. So I don't have much. I did not buy any of the other like main things at all. But again, this is the start to the automation. So what we're going to do is we're going to just grab the intake pipe, and we're just going to kind of left click, and that's going to give us this. So R is to rotate, of course, so you can kind of rotate it whichever direction you want. Now, as I put it in water, you'll see that there is water. So the water gets outputted from that intake pipe because it is intaking from the river, and it's going to output it on the other side. This is a requirement to any and all automation in this game, is to have some sort of intake. Now, then what we're going to do is we're going to take the water and we're going to expand it a little bit. Not far, not by much, a little bit. Now, I do wish the world was not squares like this. I understand why it is, but I kind of wish it wasn't, because then I could just kind of make it a little easier. Now, what I want to do, I wish this didn't exist here because it's so weird. You know what? Maybe I'll change it. I'll put it here. Boop. Now, they do just float there, so you can kind of just do whatever. How far does that go? Okay, it's right there. Do that. Where's the other? I forgot that I placed it. So, basically what you want to do to start this is you will, let me get rid of it. Sure, why not? I'll remember you're there, totally. What you eventually want to do is you want to have the pipe to where it comes all the way out to here, but we can't. So what we're going to do, and yes, there is a crouch button. I always forget what the button is for this. There is a button that allows you to put it in front of you. And what is that button? Spacebar. Crouch, sprint, pickup, drop, vehicle forward, vehicle mode, RTYB, reverse rotate. See, I don't, because you can't just place it in front of you, which is really, really terrible. And I wish you could, and I know there's a button for it. I've seen other people do it before, and I've never been able to figure out that button. I really haven't. And I'm very upset that I couldn't figure it out and that I still can't figure it out. But I don't know. But either way. Either way. So that's pretty much it. And we're going to kind of let that run for a little bit because it's not far enough to where I could just kind of drop it. But, God, I remember that you were able to just pick it up and put it somewhere. What the heck? I'll figure it out. All right, we're going to pause again. I'm going to get some more money so we can expand that out more. And then I will be back once we have it expanded. I am back, but I have not sold my stuff yet. I actually wanted to bring this up. A shard. So, shards in this game are very interesting. What I mean by that is that shards in this game are the booster power to most of machines. So, when you remember in the shop, there was a big circular boom thing kind of deal that you could buy from the shop. Well, that circular thing is a booster module. So basically what would happen is it will boost the, 300. It'll boost the power that is coming from the intake valve, and it'll boost it throughout the rest of the stuff. That is very useful, especially if you have like lots of conveyors, or if you have like, I don't know, like just a lot of stuff. Now we don't have enough just yet. We're gonna just boop. We're gonna pour you right there, and we're gonna take that shard right back out. Now you can't sell those, not easily at least. There's one person or thing that'll buy them. One shop pay. That will buy them. But I don't truly remember what shop that is, so I'm not going to really bother with that right now. But does he have a pallet? He does not sell pallets here. Pallets in this game are basically you can stack whatever the hell you want on top of them, and all of a sudden you pick everything up in one go. Grinding wheels are, as you see here, it takes uncut gems and turns it into cut gems. I'm not really going to deal with that right now. I am going to use a dull pickaxe, though. I'm going to need that. Sure, let's buy all this stuff. So, we're going to grab all of this, and we're going to kind of run back, and we're going to start making the area to get our... No. What the heck? Aha. We're going to start kind of making our mine a little bit. Now, I've already gotten like a little hole that I'm kind of in, but the pickaxe is a little different. Pickaxe will destroy terrain. It will not give you dirt in any fashion. It gives you no pay dirt, gives you nothing. So you do have to be very careful with it, especially if it's like, well, I'm in a good area, and all of a sudden everything's gone. You can't get dirt back. It does not respawn in this game. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bucket here in a second. I'm going to test to make sure that this is in a good enough spot to refill. Now, like I said, this is very, very, very minimal automation to kind of start with, because this is automating the refilling of your bucket. So right there. And then we're going to go grab the bucket. Oh, lag, because it's saving. Now, there are other games out there that are a little bit better than Hydroneer, in my opinion. However, Hydroneer is a little bit goofier. Okay, so if I do, I'm just going to test this right quick. Hadoinkus. I'm going to just put a little bit of dirt in there. I'm going to take this. It does refill. Beautiful. So we have already set up our first part of automation. Refilling the bucket. Now, of course, to get to the miner and the processor, it does take a little bit, because it does take a good chunk of hydro coins. Now, you can leave anything anywhere. This game saves everything for its data right where you left it, kind of deal. So let's kind of just start digging a little bit down this way here. So we're going to just kind of keep her trucking here. Now, eventually, you will get used to how big your character is when you first start. The pickaxe is wide enough right away, so if people are kind of just starting this game and are watching this, is like, oh, let's do a little bit of a tutorial. This is not like a full tutorial, but the width of the pickaxe is perfect for this. And then we're going to kind of just dig this out a little bit here. And we're going to dig down this way because we want to get as deep as possible. That is the whole goal of this mining adventure here. And right there, as you can see, maybe you can't see because it's too dark. I can't dig this anymore. I'm completely at the bottom. So we're going to just dig this out a little bit here. Because we want our shovel to be able to dig around without an issue. And we're pretty much at the bottom of the mine. That's where we want to be. That's how we want to do this. I'll go bring the lantern down here in a second. I'll show you all kind of what I'm talking about here. So we're going to just drop that here. And we're going to head back up. We're going to go grab lantern. Come here, you. That was my original hole. So we'll turn on the lantern. Kind of get back down here. So right there, you can kind of see that this is flat and it looks different in that kind of context. It definitely is one of those things where you definitely want... damn it. It's not what I wanted. It is kind of a pain in the ass to kind of climb up and down this, though. You do have to jump. Anywho, so we'll just leave this here. I know there was a way to freaking... Right there. Ugh. Now, we'll go before the end of this episode. We'll go run around and we'll kind of explore this world a little bit here. Because this definitely is a very big world, bigger world than you would really expect it to be. But... with that being said, I'm going to once again pause. I'll be back when I get some more money, but as you see here, this ore is bigger than the last one. So the deeper down you go, the bigger the ore you'll get, the more ore you'll get. So there is a chance, like as you saw, there's like iron and gold and shards. Some of the pay dirt will be like, we're going to give you more than one of this. And that's kind of why we want to be so low in the ground here. Like, as you saw there was 2 gold ore that came from that one. So the deeper you go, the better it is. And then, like I said, there's some places that you can purchase that are significantly lower. So give me a minute. I will be right back, and we'll get her. I'll kind of show you what's what. Okay. We have made just enough to start our operation. This is going to be fun. So 750... 763. We have exactly enough.
The deeper you dig, the better the resources.
So he actually is bringing up amazing hints that you need to pay attention to in this game. I'm going to talk about how the miners work in this game and kind of what happens with it. But remember how earlier I said the deeper you are, the better your resources will be when you come up and you scrub it and all this stuff. That's true. The deeper your drill is, the better it is. Now, I do want to mention, drills cannot work without dirt. So you also saw at the very bottom of the mine, there was no dirt there. I couldn't dig it. Your drill will not dig there. What you have to do is you have to take a random piece of dirt anywhere and place it underneath it. I always say use the bottom dirt. I don't know if that actually does anything. But technically how the game works, at least from my understanding of the code, is that your shovel, for example, this piece of dirt here has code in it that says, I am from this part of this specific mine, so give X amount of ore chance. Really? That was rude. There. And that's kind of what the game does. Now, when you place it, it completely changes that data. So I'll kind of show you how this works right off the bat. We're going to just kind of start with this. We're going to put you here. Now, as you see, ooh, it's just floating. It can't work. Can't do nothing. We need dirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way back down here. Nope, I forgot the shovel. And actually, what I want to do, because this should go like right here. Where did the shovel go? Here's the shovel. I'm going to go all the way down here. And I'm going to grab, oh, that piece of dirt right there. Ga-da-da-da. What you need to do is you need to place dirt. Now what I'm going to do. And now it's going to start producing the dirt. But I have no way to get water now. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. That is where that comes into play. So we need some more kind of like ore to deal with. So we're going to just kind of plunk those together. And yep, you can pick these up. And we're going to do that. And I didn't show you, but there was a gem that I did get from the mine when I was doing my own mining. I only have 13 hydro coins left. So we're going to just kind of stroll right up here. I'll probably make this episode a little longer on this one just so that you all can do everything. But we now need to... Well, we need the other thing. 35. That is not enough. That's fine. Let me think here. How am I going to do this? Because we need a T-junction. We need a T-pipe. We need a curved pipe. And yes, you can kind of just jump into here. It doesn't have walls. Kerplunk. How much do we have? We have 48. Yeah, I don't think we have even close to enough for any of this. Where's the T-pipe? 25. I need a T. 28. Yeah. So, what I'm going to do, give me a minute. I'll be back again. Let me get this set up, and then I'll show you kind of, I'll show you all kind of what happened. So, I'll be back. Okay, let's go get this sold here. And let's go get, let's get the pipes done. Now, I do... Oh, see, they all kind of give this same recommendation. If you dig deeper, you get the better resources. Now, I do want to mention, you can throw coins in this well. Here, you know what? I'll show you. That was 724. I have a boot. I can take the boot. I can't do shite with it. Why? Oh, because you're the jeweler. That's right. You don't do the flat rate one. Damn it. I shouldn't have done that. There's somewhere you could go to reclaim your money. I don't think... Nope. Oh, damn it. I don't remember. But basically you can kind of save your money. I think it's over there. I think I have to go over there to get it. So that's another shop over here. We're going to kind of... I think... Let me see here. Is this who I could sell it to? Stock market. You just want fish. Nope. I don't think there's any other sale people. Nope.
Don't mind me.
Can I put this in here? Can I, like... Be cool. If I could. Nope. Okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. We're going to kind of go to another area, and then I'll pause. I'll go to creative mode, and then we'll go kind of explore the area a little bit. Super fun, super cool. Here's the big town that we can eventually drive to. Actually, you know what? I wonder, can I drop the boot back in there? I can't. Nope. Anywho, that's jeweler. Yes, you could build houses in this game. Yes, you get pieces. Have I ever done it? No. Do I want to? No. I don't care. I don't care. I need a place to sell this, though. I think I go up here. Maybe. Or maybe I just wasted money. That's the stock market. Well, actually, I'm kind of glad. There are hydro tokens in this game. So these are some late game resources that you can get. And that's the DLC, that volcano. Okay, where the heck do I sell the boot? I need to know where to sell the boot. Yes, you have miners. Yes, you have drillers. These are both very useful as well, but those are also T tokens. I've only watched videos on. Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause again. I'm gonna go find where to sell this because this is wasting time. But basically, yeah, you can throw money in here. Screw it. Let's just see.
I ain't doing any refunds here.
Nope, can't sell it. I think I just got a stanky boot. Let me go regain that money. I'll finish the automation stuff, and then I'll kind of show you what it is. We'll travel around a little bit, and then I will end the episode. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, take two. So now we're gonna get the automation set up a little bit here. So before I even finish it, I'm gonna kind of talk about the different things here. So first is the miner. It spits out pieces of dirt. It then goes into the processor. The processor will take that dirt and it will turn it usually into minerals. With that being said, it kind of spits it out. So you could do one of two things. You could do what I'm doing. Again, this is very early automation. You can just kind of do that. And I will show you how this works. Oh, like that. And it's going to... Oh, no. There. Just like that. It hits, spits the dirt, and then I'll show you right here. See? That spit out a piece of gold. This is early game automation. This is where you eventually want to get. Now, as you see, it is consistently giving a piece of ore, and it is just chucking it right into here. Now, as you see, they don't merge with each other at all. I mean, they kind of do, but not really. But when they're in this bucket, they become physics-less. So they're not like an object, they're not an entity, all the cool stuff. Now, what we're going to do, because I wasted so much time trying to get that, let's go explore the world. So the first place you saw was back there. That up in the top of this top right of the screen. That's the fishing place. We're going to get in our truck and we're going to get going here. So this truck is a little squirrely at times as well, so please do bear with me. Not a fan of this truck. The next area, this is just a road that goes down into the river. But what you'll do is you'll come up over the hill and you will climb this bridge. You'll get to an interesting cold outpost here. I believe this one has a stock market for weapons. It does. So these are different kinds of weapons you can make in the game. Once you get enough money, you buy an anvil, you buy a crucible, and you're able to like start smelting your ore. Now, if you keep going forward, you do have these signs here that tells you, hey, there's a village over here. So we'll kind of just keep going forward here. With that being said, there's a few directions we can go. There's also another stock market. This is specifically for gold bars. Just drop it here. It'll tell you, hey, their demand is up, so you'll get 112% of your value at that point, so plus 12%. If you're following to the left, that brings you to another mine that you could purchase. Following straight is another mine as well. Going right goes to the big town. This is the one that you all kind of saw a little bit. I'm going to just stop in here for just a brief moment. You can buy other trucks. Doesn't do anything. One's a paver if you really want to level out your area. There's a scrapyard. So if you don't want something anymore, you bring it here, toss it right there on that grate, press a button, and bing, bam, boom, done. You get scrap. You have some areas here. We'll go up there in a second. You have some areas like this. Excuse me, had to sneeze. But this is where the automation is going to start coming into fruition a little bit more. So there are like centralizer hooks, so if you want to merge everything into the central, gem polishers, vertical conveyors, so you can move stuff up, splitters, left conveyor, right conveyor, straight conveyor, merger hooks. There's really a lot of automation you can kind of do in this game. The next store is going to be your tier 2 stuff. So we'll talk about that in a second. You of course have valves and water pressure gauge, so it tells you how much your water pressure is. But then you get tier 2, which is Cloutium hydro pipes. This is going to be your tier 2 stuff, but this is also kind of where you get your smelter. So this is an automated crucible and furnace. This is an anvil. You can also buy it from the other area. You also get some gem compressors. We'll talk about that here in a moment as well. Funnels, good stuff. You get hand sorters. So if you don't want to sort everything, it just put what do you want here, it'll sort it, and then it'll explode everything out on the other side. You get tier 2 equipment. You get fishing, your first fishing pole, tool bags. Again, we'll talk about all that here in just a second. And then you get a magnet on a stick. That is very, very useful to pick everything up and just plunk it. And then you get a scale. Put something here. It tells you how much it weighs. It'll tell you how much the price is, give or take. Filters. In this game, your equipment can break. Going into this, if you have unfiltered water, it breaks significantly quicker. If you filter it, as you see here, it increases water quality by 20% up to 100%. You can attach 4 of these. I usually attach 8. So usually the water quality stays 100 if 1, 2, 3, or 4 break. Those will have to be repaired along with your machines from time to time as well. This one pumps water into pipe system at 250% pressure. So there was an uncut gem I did not come back to show you, that you can go and cut at the grindstone, or if you have a gem polisher, that will also grind it for you as well on the conveyor. And then you put it into the logic gem and it will compress it into a larger gem worth more money. Now, there is logic in this game as well. I don't know how to use logic. Some of you might. There's add, subtract, equals, greater than, multiply, divide, logic lever, button, repeater, logic keypad, cables, stuff like that. My favorite part, hush you, hurling unit, I have no idea what half this stuff does. I really don't. Logic counter, I know what that does. They don't have it here anymore, but there is a very specific piece of equipment in this game called the nuke. You literally put it in the bottom of your mine. You can like put a giant chunk of shit kind of deal. Destroys items when switched on. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you didn't want something specific. Logic smelter. Okay, I don't know. Oh, there it is. I found it. Nuke. Nuke. These are amazing. Seriously, there's logic TNT. This is better. This is 360. This is 26,000. This is better. Don't even do that. With that being said, of course, up there is some other stuff. I already showed you a little bit of that. And yes, you can hit people. It just bounces them around. But those are the only areas that you can buy stuff at. Other areas in this game, let me see. I can actually kind of show you. So let me grab, because I can at least pick this up. So we are currently right here where my little blue dot is. On the right side, there's Grange Field. That's going to be a farmer's area, but then everywhere else, including Ice Helm, is an area that you can mine. Now, sorry, I have to stretch. The rating I want to give this game, it's really fun, very tedious. Once you get the automation working, it's perfect. The game is fun, it's awesome. You can kind of make a crap ton of money without an issue. No, I'm not helping you. Oh yeah, this gives you the T tokens pretty much. This will give you those T tokens. That's what that in-game stuff is for. You can do that early if you really want to, but it's primarily what that is. But for the review on this game, I don't know. I'm gonna give this probably like, I'd say a 6.5 or 7 out of 10. It's not bad. It's peaceful. It's quiet. If you want something easy, no enemies, no nothing, this is the game for you. Especially if you want to make things look really, really good. You want to automate a lot of stuff. This is totally the game for you. Now, if you want like more excitement, this is not the game for you. This game's very boring. You can craft your own miners. So as you saw on the main area, I could only buy one of those miners and one of those processors. I could not buy any more. You actually have to build your own in Icehelm. You have to bring resources there and you'll make your own. Now, with that being said, we're going to end this episode here. So again, I'd say it's a 6.5, 7 out of 10. Wonderful game. I recommend watching some YouTubers play this game. It's a lot of fun. Now, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, depending when you're watching this, whether it be the day or night. I hope you all have a good one. And before we go, Blitz has played this game, and he just loves this. All right, have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.